Cinemasaurus presents 5 monster-sized facts about Godzilla 2014.
Welcome to an all-new 5-time Friday fun time funky facts about Godzilla. Title might need working. Terry Rossio and Ted Elliott might be responsible for this film, kind of. See, they wrote a script in 1994 which is very similar to this script. Godzilla goes to San Francisco. Godzilla fights a flying enemy after reawakening this ancient enemy, and he finishes this giant enemy by atomic breathing down the throat. Now, slight differences is that in their version of the script, it was actually going to be a giant griffin as opposed to a Mutor, which probably would have been better. Well, in 2014 it would have been better. In 1994, when the CGI's, well, it's just after Jurassic Park, but not enough to sustain a full film of it. Who knows how that film would have turned out? So maybe it's for the best that script wasn't made in 94, but maybe they should have had the Griffin in 2014. It was revealed what Godzilla looked like. Japanese audiences were not happy. They said, look, we kind of like the design, it's better than the 98 design, I'll grant you that, but look at him, look at how fat he is, look at that belly. And then there was a retaliation from that saying, stop fat shaming him, stop fat shaming Godzilla. We don't like fictional characters to be fat shamed, especially when the giant monsters that never existed. So bugger off with your opinion. And they did, they kind of accepted it, and you know what? Since 2014, Godzilla did go on to lose weight, so... Speaking of Godzilla's body, Gareth Edwards was like, let's go back to the drawing board on Godzilla, let's change the design completely, let's try and make it more what a real Godzilla would actually look like, proportionate and all that kind of jazz. But the issue is, Gareth, it's a fictional monster. Nothing that big could ever exist anyway, it'd collapse under its own body weight no matter how you blooming well designed it. So don't mess what isn't broken. The Godzilla 2014 design, better than the 98 film, 100% agree, no problems there. But not a patch on the Japanese Godzilla, not a patch. And it's alright, but it's not my favourite. It's better than Cookie Monster Godzilla, I'll give you that. Now, I might have found the film boring, but audiences didn't. This is the highest grossing Godzilla film ever. Better than 98, it's beaten the likes of Pacific Rim, it beat Godzilla King of the Monsters later, it's beaten Godzilla vs Kong. Now, obviously, you can kind of go a bit with that because there's reasons why Godzilla vs Kong didn't do as well as it would have done. I think Godzilla vs Kong would have done a lot better than Godzilla 2014 because Kong is always a bigger draw than Godzilla. As much as I hate to admit it, Kong is the bigger draw. And this is the highest grossing Godzilla film ever. So, what do I know? And our final point is Godzilla has told Bryan Cranston, he's told the audience, he's told lots of people. The whole point of why Godzilla's not in this film as much is he wanted to emulate the likes of Jaws, very, very much Jaws, because the family are called the Brody family, like they are in Jaws, and Alien and stuff, where you don't show the monster, you hide the monster. You don't reveal too much, you know, less is more and all that jazz. However, there is a bit of a difference between Godzilla and Jaws and Godzilla and Alien. First of all, Alien, Jaws, they're horror films as such. They're the monsters, they're the antagonists, they're there to kill our main characters. Godzilla doesn't give two shits about the main characters in this film. He never cared about Bryan Cranston or anyone. The humans are just inconsequential. Godzilla is not the antagonist of this film. The Mutors are the antagonist of the film, yet they get loads of more screen time than Godzilla. Why isn't the reveal of the Mutors a bit more shocking? Not only that, but think of this as well. Godzilla is pretty well known. I know not everyone has seen a Godzilla film, blah blah blah. It's just like with King Kong, not everyone has seen King Kong, but everyone kind of knows who King Kong is. We know it's a giant ape. With Godzilla, we know it's a giant lizard. We were never going to be that shocked when we saw him. We were like, oh my god, what is that? We all knew roughly what a Godzilla looks like. So it's not really doing the audiences much favour by building up suspense to a thing that is pretty already well known in pop culture. With the Xenomorph, it was different. First of all, it changes from a facehugger and stuff like that, and we do get glimpses of that stages all the way through the film until the reveal at the end. And no one had ever seen a Xenomorph, so yes, it was something audiences wanted to see. With Jaws, yeah, we all knew what a shark was, but Jaws is throughout that film. He's at the beginning, he kills someone, and he's killing people throughout that film. We might not see him all the time, but his presence is felt throughout the time. In Godzilla 2014, Godzilla's presence is absent, not felt at all until he comes into the picture. So there's a big difference between teasing a monster and having a monster present in your film. So still not a fan of the idea of people defending his lack of screen time. And that just about covers us on this Fun Time Friday Funky Facts about the fat man himself, Mr. Godzilla. Join us next Friday. Well, join us Monday for Kong Skull Island, but join us next Friday and we'll have 5 more funky facts about a funky monkey. I will see you all next week.